the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
91. Check back 16. Here we go. All day defense, all day.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. To throw, it's Kaepernick. That one caught by Carter. Touchdown! Michael Carter, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Next to score 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Brady going to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Neville Gallimore on the stop. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Well, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw there complete to Ruggs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. On play action, it's Brady. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Greg Newsome, a first-round pick back in April, there to make the tackle. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kicker's watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Joseph Osai in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 2. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and a first down conversion. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's caught by McMahon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. Touchdown, Browns! Anthony Schwartz, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Makes the score Browns 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll get this down to the 10. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Brady to throw again. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Brady. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him. Taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback, and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. On first down, Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Go, go, go. Line 55, line 55. Let's go. Check the
They'll start on the ground. Carter. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Kaepernick looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. To try again after the sack. Brady, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Parkey with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Brady now on first down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. After the sack on 1st down, Brady, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not, sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Cleveland offense ready to go as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Parkey with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And now here's another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And his throw here's incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Parkey with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
4 yards the pickup, first down. A toss running left, Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Play action. Now it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Brady. And this one is incomplete. And we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And now here's another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but
I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now Parkey for the extra point.
I think that may be what it was.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big
Check it out and let me know.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now.
That's it.
This one's in the air.
Yes, sir. Boy, I knew you were good for something.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get
You going empty again? I'm bringing them dogs again. You go empty again? I'm bringing them dogs again. You, boy. I ain't think so.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Throw one to Newsom or Farley, man. Throw the ball up. Throw it up to your speedster.
And never forget it, because
you're not going to.
Now, if I wouldn't have matched my speed,
again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
And you wouldn't have been throwing all them picks over there like that, because there would have been Farley getting all them picks. You would have been throwing Ruggs the ball all game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the run.
Come on, Farley. Get you one. Let's go.
Another interception. Picked up by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley.
Way to get up there and go get it, boy.
They'll take over at their own 27. The Browns drive about to get started. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it. And
he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick.
Who is my left tackle, man?
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
Good game.
On offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.